After watching the video, The Read Aloud Dog Coo by Andrew Clements, you guys are going to make your own haiku and acrostic poem. These are two super fun, different poems that you can write about yourself. The theme for this curriculum is all about me. Let's get started. As you probably know, a haiku poem has 3 lines. Just to give you an idea, I'm going to write 1, 2, and 3 on my paper. You don't have to do this just yet. Let's also write haiku at the top so we can remember about what it is we're writing. Again, you're going to be thinking about a theme all about me. So a haiku is different and special because it has 5, 7, and 5 sequence. What does that mean? So when I say 5, 7, 5, I'm referring to the syllables within the poem. For example, Miss Patty has how many symbols? Miss Patty has how many syllables? Miss Patty. You can use a clapping method and figure it out from there that it has 3. Some like to go Miss Patty. Sometimes you like to add a little bit more syllables than is there. For example, if I were to go Miss Patty, then I could have 5. But you count it as you say it. Miss Patty, just 3. So, if I were going to create an all about me poem and I need 5 syllables for my first line, so we can brainstorm a little bit. I like to just start with a sentence. My favorite food is pizza. I don't know how many syllables that is, but let's just count it on our fingers. My favorite food is pizza. That's 7. Some might say, isn't favorite 3? Do you say it like favorite? Hi, my favorite color is, no, not usually, right? You only say favorite. So let's start over. My favorite food is pizza. That's 7. If I look at my poem, my middle line, line number 2, has 7. I could go ahead and put that in there. My favorite food is pizza. Notice how when I was spelling favorite, I pronounced it favorite. Sometimes that helps me with spelling. My favorite food is pizza. Okay, let's think about some more things about myself for an example, and then we'll think about you. Okay, what else? I love flying. Flying in planes. Anything. I love flying. That's only 4. So then I could start playing around with the words. I love to fly. That's still 4. I love to go flying. That's 6. Let's keep trying. I love to fly a plane. I love flying so much. This is harder than we think, right? So just keep that process up until you can actually have a good poem to go with. I love to I've got it. I love to fly planes. Easy, right? Let's write it down. I love to fly planes. Now notice that I also wrote that sentence on my 3rd line. It could be in my 1st or 3rd. The great thing about haikus is that they don't have to rhyme, unless you just want them to. The only rules are the 5-7-5 rule. So let's go back. What other things about myself do I might want you to know about me? I do love art. Let's say, I am an art teacher. That's 6. I love teaching art. I got it. Let's write that down. I love teaching art. All right, you won't believe it, but it's not even 5 minutes into the video and I'm finished with my first haiku, all about me. I'll read it to you. Haiku, line number 1. I love teaching art. Let's count it. I love teaching art. Number 2. My favorite food is pizza. My favorite food is pizza. I love to fly planes. I love to fly planes. That's 5. Pretty good poem if you ask me. Now you try. Think about something about yourself and write it down on paper. Even do what I like to call brain vomit, where you just start spitting out words, thinking about all these silly sentences and counting them in your head or out loud as you go. You can use your fingers, you can use clapping. As long as your haiku has 575, you're on your way to becoming a haiku master poet. I can't wait to see what you come up with. I'm also going to share some examples. These examples are from other artists. They're also from some of my students. So teachers, you can kind of gauge how you can make this lesson for beginner, intermediate, or advanced levels. Incorporating art or watercolor or all sorts of other creative outlets within your poetry. There's also a different kind of poem called an acrostic. What does that sound like in that word, acrostic? Can you identify it? That's right, across. So when you're writing an acrostic poem, think about the words going across the page. Let's get started. Again, our theme for this month is all about me. And we are writing an acrostic poem. These are also super fun, like haikus. So, the thing about acrostic, there's no rules as far as lines and syllables like a haiku. The main thing with acrostic is you want to connect all about me with words that are going down or across. So for example, I'm going to start my acrostic poem. And I'm going to put Patty going down. Now, once I have Patty, I need to think, what are some things about me that I can write across? Now, if you're a beginner, a good thing to start right here is just think about one word, right? So if I think of P and I think, what about me? I could think, maybe pretty, maybe productive, maybe particular, peculiar. You come up with the rest. Maybe for A, I could put awesome or awful? No. Again, you can think of that. For the T's, terrific. I'm going to go ahead and give me that star. And for the next T, too cool for school probably. And for the Y, that's a hard one. What could you think of for Y? Young? Let's just go with that. Okay, so that's beginner stages. If you want to get into intermediate, you're going to have to start thinking about words into sentences. For example, all about me. P. What sentence could I start with P? Patty loves to make. Now I stopped right there because I noticed that I like to do art and my next letter is actually A. So I could put Miss Patty, or Patty, loves to make art with her students. Period. Let's think of something for T. Together, they have a, and as I'm writing, I'm just thinking, you might want to use a pencil in case you mess up and then you can erase your mistakes. I'm just using Sharpie so you can see it easier. Together, they have a terrific time. Something funny that's come to mind as I look at that Y letter is actually Maui from Moana. Are you thinking the same thing for Y? You're welcome. So we could put that in. Welcome. But then, does that really connect with that sentence? Together they have a terrific time. You're welcome. You're welcome for what? So we could think, okay, terrific time. I'm just going to put what he says before that. What can I say except you're welcome? So, let's read our acrostic poem. Patty loves to make art with her students. Together they have a terrific time. What can I say except you're welcome? I hope you've had as much fun as me. If you want to go advanced with this, you can kind of start making things, these sentences that make a little bit more sense. So, you judge the difficulty level. The main thing is, have fun with it. Enjoy. This video was part of the Poetry Online series brought to you by the Monroe Area Council for the Arts and supported by the East Tennessee Foundation. Thank you.